Hey guys, Chris here with the new deck profile. I'm here with, what's your name?
David Rooks.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
What's your name?
David Rooks.
Okay. And this is an updated version of his Orcust deck.
Phantom of the Opera, if you want to call it, because I run the PK engine. There's a little bit different. I actually have like 4 different builds for this deck, and this is just the deck. This is the build that I'm messing around with right now because it has the highest. It has one of the highest ceilings. So we'll go into. So I run 2 harp.
You trying to get rid of these for the commons?
1 skeleton.
I might want commons because I have the ultras. But like,
2 nightmare. And 1 of level 1. And 1 of these. So most people only play like 1 of each. I played 2 of this because if I draw it, you can't do mermaid plays. And then I play 2 of this because I actually have a play if I have 1 in hand with level 1. And also this helps you get into Savage Strike.
No Idli?
No Ibli. If I had Ibli, I'd actually play 1. But this is a warrior build, so it's not pure. Okay, so I run the 3 connectors, and I would run 2 Aqua Dolphins, but because of this specific build, I'm actually running a Dark Panther. It actually helps with some plays that I'll talk about after the profile. 1 Arma, 1 Grepher, standard. I actually still run the Malicious, because this is a warrior build, and he helps 1 card of Soul Days. Then I run, this is, I feel, the best ratio for any PK list if it's not the main focus, 1 and 2. I play the 1 Destrudo, the 1 Beal Ship, and then this is actually, I need to order it, it's the,
Cyberstein?
Yeah, it's Cyberstein. The reason why you run this is because of Cyberstein, because part of the combo is what you end up doing is you end up special summoning this to zone summon source points too, so you can special summon your Cyberstein to your opponent's field, and then you just copy it with Dark Panther. So that's a combo. Now for the spells, 3 Insta-Fusions, because it's one of the best extenders. I actually run 3 DRs because I actually run the Power Tool. Also, drawing it isn't dead because it's an extender, so it legitimately just, if you draw this, you're probably in a better situation. The other equips, the 1 Divine Sword. I took out my Moonmirror Shield just because I wanted to playtest having this. Moonmirror Shield actually comes up sometimes when I draw it, because you can actually put it back into the deck or whatever, but I'm just going to see how this works out because hand traps. And then the 1 Overdone and the 1 Living Fossil. These are usually what you'll send off with the Soul Day. Sometimes you send a DDR if you draw 1 of these, but these 2 are extenders, and this is a pseudo extender if they hand trap you. And then this is just, reoccurrence, so too good not to play. The 1 Monster Reborn, the 1 Foolish, the 1 Rhoda, the 1 Rank Up, because this searches most of your cards. This legitimately is an extender. This is an extender, and then you all know the Azipaway play. And then the last spell card is just the 1 Return. I actually don't play the field spell anymore in this build because there's no point into it. You don't run Bomber. There's no reason to reoccur stuff during your opponent's turn. As well as that, honestly, this just, I'm playing this just because I want to. You don't need it. It's fun to play. And then for the traps, I actually run 3 Shade and 1 of these. Most people are playing like 2 and 1 or 1 and 1, and a lot of people who are playing this build, they only play this just in case if you draw into this, but this is an extender, so this helps you play through stuff. You want to max out on this because this is the Soul Day for free, as well as your, Ring 4 plays, and it also helps out with Savage Dragon. So that's the main deck. For the extra deck has changed a lot. It might change a little bit more, but this is actually working out pretty well. So I play the 1 Orchestration because he's just really good in certain situations and certain boards. I play the 1 Summon Sorceress because obviously you need to play Summon Sorceress. The Nightmare Unicorn just because I'm no longer playing Longirsu. This replaced Longirsu because it just has better utility and better comboing. You can go into this and then full combo. It bounces things back, and Longirsu just is kind of bad, honestly, at the moment. And then I run Rusty. He's just too good not to run, honestly. He's like, this is going to be banned sooner or later. And then for the last Nightmare, besides Mermaid that I run Phoenix. I was running Cerberus, but I might put Cerberus back in because he sometimes does come in handy depending on what you're playing, but this is the only one you really need. Then the one Galatea, because you need one Bay. The one Isolde, because Isolde is also a Bay. And then the one Mermaid. Now the one reason why, a lot of people who are playing the Warrior build, they either play this or they play this. I play both because if they stop this play, I actually had it earlier where they Veilered this and I still was able to go off, or if they end up, you know, gamming this or doing something else, I'm able to continue to my combos off, so it doesn't really matter. For the XYZs, I play, you know, the Azathoth, Time Thief, and I'm still playing this. I actually might cut this because it's been being less and less relevant. There's a lot of different things I can put in for it, but it comes in clutch sometimes when you need it. Alright, I play these two because Boral Savage is super easy. You can make this with just one connector, so it's too good not to run. And then this searches out, you know, during combo you go into this and then you search out 3 DDRs and it's an extender. Plus he helps you go into this because it's level 7.
Who's your level 1 tuner?
The Orcust level 1.
That's a tuner?
Yes, he's a level 1 tuner. And then I actually run the one Nutrient Exodo and this. When you're playing, I'm gonna show my shut right now, but you actually side this out with your thing because you don't want to do it during time. But one of the main combos is to go into this with the Azathoth, and they basically lose, depending on what they have. You know, everyone could have some out. For the side deck, it actually will change a little bit when I get some other cards, but this actually works fairly well. So I side one of these just because when I sat out the Exterio, this is what I put in instead. Just because he's a level 4 and a warrior, so he has 2 different utilities, so he's pretty good. I'm actually not running any hand traps on the side. I'm actually running a little Kaiju because in most cases this is better than any of the hand traps because there's no deck that I feel I can't break their board, and if they have something that's annoying, I can just Kaiju over them and then go combo. But I have a better chance of drawing this also game 2 because game 1 I need to have the hand trap out of my 5 cards. I can have this out of my 6. So no matter what, this is easier to get into, and it helps the deck a lot more. And then I only run one just because I have one, but I would run 2 of these just because it blows up. Also it searches, so it's pretty good. I'm actually siding 3 call, but I don't main it because my deck's so combo oriented that I can play through hand traps. Like if they cherries my Soul Day, I go Nightmare route. They cherries my Nightmare, I go Soul Day route, or I can play through multiple hand traps, and I've already done it. The Twin Twisters, they might change, but they're very good against back row heavy decks. Plus, discarding doesn't hurt you too much in this deck. I actually might take these out and put something else in, but for now they actually do pretty good. And then for the last, it's kind of spicy. So I have 2 Eradicator. Eradicator is really good because you decide this against Ultrageist or Sky Strikers and they auto lose, you auto win. And then I play one of these. I was going to play the 3, but I couldn't find my other one. And this actually is pretty good because if you end up getting both of them, they're honestly busted. You can get multiple cards out of your opponent's hand or deck, as well as if you tribute a monster 3,000 or 2,000 or more, you can get the 3-turn effect for this one. But I would probably take it out for another Eradicator. Now, one of the plays last time I did a Gumblar. I'm going to show you guys. There's 2 different ways to do this play. So one of them is with just connector, but you have to distribute so you pay half. The other is you use either this Orcust level 4 in your hand, a level 4 extender, or any warrior extender, and it's the same combo. But I'll show it without the level 4. So you go summon.
Field center.
Okay. Blink. Oh, wrong one. Now you don't have to add with this, but you can. Then you go effect, send the 4. And then with this, now this is where the plays a little differently. If you have the level 4 in your hand, you'll send another one. If you don't, you actually send Destrudo. So you'll send Destrudo, then you go copy, and then you're in a synchro. So that'll go to the bottom. You're going to, that will search out because you have the 3. You just search the 3, then they pick 1. From here, you banish the 2 to add the sword. That's why you don't have to add it because you have the sword. And then you just DDR, and then that's how you end up getting this into grave. So that's the only difference to the combo, is you need to be able to get one of these into the grave. If you have this, then you don't need to Destrudo because you pay half. If you do, then either way you get it. It's just another way to do about it. So you'll go, and you'll send horror. So with horror, here we go. Now there's actually two different routes. You can actually from here go the nightmare route, or it's a little bit different. Then you'd go effect. You link these two. There's actually like 10 different varieties of this same combo. It just plays a little bit differently. Then from here, you're gonna go effect to banish this. To send this to grave, banish this to special, and then you'll use the effect of this to special summon the level 1. So then from here, people think, oh, you're gonna go, no, you don't do it yet. So from here, you shuffle this back if you want to. You don't necessarily have to at the moment, but this can help out, especially if they have some hand trap. Depending what your hand is, you can just set this to continue your plays. So then from here, you link these two off. From here, then effect, you got this, okay? Then from this point, it's super easy. Because you're gonna go. Set this. Send. Now in the combo.
Or Cyrus time, where are you? You're always on the fucking bottom. You never fail.
You banish.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I think super active.
No, super active. I will say that. Dude, still cannot believe you. Just free.
And then you just go into thought.
Yeah.
Rank 4.
Yeah, but the better way to do it is you leave instead of going into the summon sorceress, when you're right here, you actually want to go into the nightmare play instead, because you go nightmare instead, and you get the same results. You just get another monster in grave. But that's basically that's the combo.
Because the monster you pull out plus the trap would make like the time redo, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so you go just go
Detach,
time.
banish himself, comes back at the end phase, then standby phase, activate the quick play and go to
You have to wait till main phase.
You have to wait till main phase?
It says during the main phase. That's the first thing. So one thing about doing it this way, this is a good board if you know what you're playing against, because you just go as a thought and then they lose. However, if you're not sure, let's say they're going against Sky Strikers, the way you would go about it is just a little bit differently, because you can end up on this. The only difference is you need this and a warrior extender. A warrior extender that if it's this, you need like one other card. If this is the warrior extender, but if it's like any other warrior extender or something along those lines, then you can basically do the combo, because you just basically give them Obviously, I don't have it yet, but you give them the Cyberstein, and then you just copy it with your Panther, and then you full combo from there. Because then you'll just end with this, and then you'll have the thought. I don't want to go too much into the things, but if anyone wants to know like 2 or 3 different combos how to get this kind of board, I can send them it written out or a combo video, but I don't want to go too much into it. But that's the deck. It's pretty busted.
Okay. Anything else?
The side deck, it depends on your locals as well.
Side deck doesn't matter.
The side deck is actually very important because anyone can have this deck, and if you have the right side deck against it, it's very easy to get over a thought. To be honest, they're gonna get the monster effects, yes, but if they know what you're playing, all they have to do is really run kaiju, because one thought's not that bad of a thing. That means they just don't go full combo, so they just kaiju whatever else. So they kaiju this, they kaiju that, and thought has 24, which is still good. But after that, you wasted a lot of your resources. So if you're not smart about recycling and stuff, you could lose if they're able to survive the next turn. The only change I would honestly really make is I'd probably take this out for a Boral Sword. I don't have a Boral Sword, and this does come in clutch, but honestly the Boral Sword is just a lot better, because the whole point is if you go first, you stun them for that turn, and then you OTK them, and you go second, you break their board, you OTK them. So no matter what, you're going to OTK them, but sometimes, if they have the right stuff and you just don't have the good hand, it happens, but it's pretty good.
Maybe later we'll make a combo video some other day.
Or we could do like a test hand video.
Yeah.
Test hand, just so instead of doing a combo, because you can have a combo, like in that combo with Power Tool, you can't have any DDRs drawn or any equip cards. If you do, it doesn't matter because the equip cards are extenders, but the combo sequence is a little differently. So I can go over combos, but it won't really help unless you just do a test hand,
Okay. Well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, all that clickbait shit, and I'm signing out. Thanks for watching.